Now, earlier we spoke to Johan Theron. He's a spokesperson for Impala Platinum. Now, that was for an update on the ongoing 15th week of the platinum sector strikes. And I started off by asking him if the government intervention, where President Jacob Zuma himself has tried to call the unions into order, if that intervention is perhaps a bit too late.
Well, as you rightly point out, 15 weeks is a long time, but to be fair, the government has been involved almost from day one. So they certainly have been involved for a long time.
The strike action, do you believe it's perhaps politically motivated, given the fact that we're in an election year?
Look, there's no doubt that the political scenario is definitely clouding issues and making it more difficult. But at the heart, I think it is a wage or an economic issue. But it is compromised or made more difficult to some extent by what we're going through in terms of the elections now.
AMCU has also rejected your latest wage offer. Could we still see retrenchments once workers come back to work?
Look, I think we've been very clear that the length of the strike and the impact has probably already put us into a position where some job losses are going to be inevitable. But it's hard to quantify that at this stage. I think what's very important is to resolve the strike and to get back to work. Once we're back working, we would have a clear picture of the economic circumstances of the companies at that point in time, and then certainly we would have to look at where that puts us and what needs to be done to sustain these businesses.
What will need to be done to sustain the business then, Johan?
Well, clearly the companies are not making a profit as things stand. We have all cut back on capital expenditure to a large degree, which is the future of the companies. We need to get back to a stage where we can afford to rebuild the businesses for the future. But at the heart is profitability, and that is driven by the prices we get and the labor productivity that we achieve. So hopefully in the future we can expect a little bit better prices, but to a large degree what is necessary is much better productivity from these mines.
Johan, productivity is no doubt an issue for a company like Impala, with both Zimplats being under pressure and your local South African operations. How much further can you be able to handle these pressures before perhaps extreme measures need to be taken?
Well, I think we're already in a situation where extreme measures are being taken. To a large degree, we are investing quite heavily in our non-mechanized operations to modernize our mines. We are spending a lot of effort and drastic action in terms of improving safety. And then we're also investing very heavily in terms of labor, housing, team mobilization to make sure that labor productivity is also driven forward.
Just taking a look at the unions at play here, AMCU versus NUM. For the moment, who might be said to win the badge of being the best union in the industry?
Look, I think it's very dangerous to take these kind of issues and distill it to, who's the best union. At the heart are thousands of employees who believe that they deserve a better deal. There are companies that are struggling to stay in business and be sustainable in the future. And in the end, it's about all of these parties coming together and finding a solution for South Africa.
Johan, do you believe we probably need a little bit more discussions to take place before that solution is found?
There's no doubt that I think we're only getting to a position now where substantive issues are being discussed. For a long time, unfortunately, I think we were seeing a lot of grandstanding and positioning. So I'm feeling optimistic from the point that at least we're starting to get to a point now where all parties recognize that this is too long. We've got to find a solution, and I think serious talks have really started only in the last month or so.
And from Impala's Platinum's perspective, are you looking to revise the wage offer?
Well, we've made a settlement offer. We're still busy communicating our settlement offer and receiving feedback from our employees. By the end of this week, we'll have a clear picture in terms of the number of people and the skills mix prepared to come back on this offer. But even in making the settlement offer, I think we were very clear that it was made as a gesture of goodwill, and that it was already stretching the envelopes of affordability. And we're probably already in a situation, once we get going, where we would have to seriously rethink about the sustainability of our business. So in terms of what more can be done from our side, I'm afraid not much.
Well, that was Johan Theron. He's the spokesperson for Impala Platinum, giving us an update there on the platinum sector ongoing strikes in that region.